everyone! A while back I made a video about what it was like to be a prefect. And if you've not seen that video yet, I'm going to put a link down below. I've loved answering everybody's questions to that. I've really loved the fact that everybody's enjoying it. And today I thought I'd make a video called Hogwarts versus High School, which is about some of the other elements of my Scottish high school experience. Lily is here with me today. She is a big Potterhead, and she's never experienced a Scottish high school herself. So she's going to be sharing some of her thoughts, maybe asking me some questions, and then maybe the things that you'll be thinking at home. If you have any questions that I don't answer, feel free to stick them in the comments down below. And let's get started. Okay, so Hogwarts. You get an invitation to go when you're 11, as long as you're a witch or a wizard. Everybody gets to go. But Hogwarts is a lot wider for the geography of where the kids live than the school that I went to.
It's like a boarding school, really.
Yeah. It's like the school that I went to, everybody in my primary school got a place. Not everybody in my primary school went, but it was the school we were all expected to go to. So it wasn't really such a big surprise to get in there or to find other people who were going.
You're having a lot of private schools in the UK as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we have quite a lot. There's actually one that looks a lot like Hogwarts in Edinburgh. But that's just like a kid's choice. Well, kids and parents' choice if they want to go to them. Otherwise, it's just kind of assumed that you're going to the public school.
Private schools are not as big in Germany.
They're not?
No, it's really rare that you have them, and then they don't really have a good reputation. So if you're going to a private school, then basically that means that your family is rich, but you're too lazy or too stupid to go to a public school.
Wow.
Or that your parents just want to show off. And this is why you go to a private school. So they have a really bad reputation.
People from private schools, they expect you to get like a better level of tuition, better grades and stuff. So then in turn you get better chances at university, better chances at jobs because you went to private school.
It's the opposite in Germany because many employers, for example, when you go to a private university, they say because this is a private university, everyone that has money can get in. Mm-hmm. So they're not really talented, or they're not really good at what they're doing. They're just good at paying people for letting them in. And this is the reputation what private schools and private universities in Germany have.
Oh, wow. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're from a country other than the UK, comment down below where you're from and what the view of private schools is there, because I'm really intrigued now. Are there many in your area? Do let me know, because I am so intrigued by this. You learn something new every day. Another thing about my school as well is obviously it was quite near to my house, so there wasn't really any need for me to stay overnight. So I just went home at the end of the day and lived with my family as usual. I think most kids that age do. I've not really done any statistics, but I'd assume most kids live at home with their parents at that age.
Wait, did your school have a boarding school part?
No.
Oh.
No, we're just a regular boring school. Like you just went from 9 to 3:30 and then you went home.
That is so long. I know they have afternoon classes in Hogwarts. Mm-hmm. But in Germany we finish school at lunchtime and then we go home.
It's actually slightly longer because if I turned up at 9 o'clock in the morning I'd actually be late for my first class. So it's actually like 8:40 I think it was starting at.
What? Your classes?
Yeah. But
no.
I'll come back to that later because I think I have a point about registration, which is what we started the day with. Getting to school, this should be very quick. Hogwarts, take the train. We've had a discussion about this before. Like, what happens if you're kind of like North England? Do you have to like travel down to London in order to get the school train, or is there other options that we just haven't heard of?
I know, right? Or what if you actually live in Scotland where Hogwarts is supposed to be? Do you like travel down to London, take the train back up?
Yeah, because like down to London would be like a really long trip for me, and I don't know the exact location of Hogwarts, but if I were to go to Hogwarts it would be a lot quicker just to kind of travel there myself or travel on a different train. Or the night bus, which is what I was coming to, because at my school I took a double-decker bus, not triple-decker, just a double-decker, And sadly it didn't fly either, so it wasn't quite the night bus.
Night bus doesn't fly.
Doesn't it?
No, it's just like, I don't know, beams or something, or...
I thought it fell out of the sky.
No, it just like apparates, like it just appears.
Oh. I thought like he saw Sirius and then accidentally pointed his wrong, and then next minute,
No, it just like comes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like apparating, really.
Oh, okay. The night bus doesn't fly either. Buses don't fly, apparently. So getting to school, it was a double-decker bus. It didn't fly. It didn't apparate. Things didn't jump out of the way when it came close. It was just a regular double-decker bus.
So was it like a school bus where only people from your school were on, or was it like a regular bus?
Like, it's kind of weird because it's not like in the US where the type of bus is just purely for school. Like, it was hired by the school, only school kids would get on it, but at the end of the school run, it would turn into a normal bus for some of the day. Mm-hmm. And then, again, at like 3 o'clock or whenever, it would like drive to our school and be like a contract bus.
But it wouldn't pick you up at home?
No.
So you had to go like a bus stop?
Yeah, we'd go to a bus stop and then it would pick us up there. There was like an old woman one time who tried to get on our school bus because she didn't realise it was a school bus. And the driver was just like, no, sorry, we can't take you on this bus.
Yeah, we don't have that. We have to take regular buses to school.
We had 6 lessons a day for just under an hour. And they weren't in as interesting subjects as Hogwarts. I suppose you could say we kind of had like herbology, we had biology, kind of similar. But we kind of concentrated on stuff like English, maths, languages, sciences. They kind of have science there.
Yeah, like potions.
Yeah, I suppose that's like science. Music and art, they don't really happen at Hogwarts.
No, although I think there was a choir or something. Or maybe that was just in the films.
I would have thought Hermione would have been in some clubs though, if that was an option.
Yeah, but she took more classes than everyone else.
Yes, but she had a special thing that let her. She was Superwoman. We started the day with registration. I don't know if you had registration?
No.
Have you ever heard of homeroom? It's like an American thing.
No.
It's like basically at the beginning of the day, you go to this one class for 10 minutes and a teacher takes the register, and these kids, in my school anyway, these kids were like all in different years, and we were all in the same house, but we were in different years. And it was basically in a classroom where we would sit for 10 minutes, they'd take the register, they'd tell us anything important we needed to know, and then we'd start our day. And the idea of like it all being different ages and stuff was that if we had any problems, we could like unofficially go to a prefect and tell them about our problems and stuff like that, and they could maybe give us advice. It never really worked out that way. It was more just like a chance to chat to your friends. But I think homeroom in America is very similar to this concept of registration.
So basically they took down your names and checked that you were in school, right?
Yeah.
So what happened if you left after that and didn't tell anyone?
Well, like we got a register at the beginning of each class, but like the main registration one then went to the office, and by period 2, like an hour later, they had a list of the kids that weren't in school. They had a list of who was like going out on a school trip or who had said they were like going to the doctors or something. And then the teachers would take like a register in each class, but then they'd have this information of who wasn't in, who was not going to be there, stuff like that. So then if you did disappear from class, they then sent something back to say, Kate's not in class, you know, like that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't think they really had a need for registration in Harry Potter because everybody was in school anyway.
Like, you couldn't really leave, could you? Yeah.
There wasn't really any need to leave either. It's like food's there, doctors there, friends. It's like everything, like nobody was really ever skiving. Maybe
Also,
Malfoy at some point.
I think the classes were smaller as well, so you would actually know when someone was missing, right?
Yeah. Although I'd like to think I would have been missed if I just randomly didn't appear to class. So our lessons had kind of different people in them, depending on what subjects we were taking. And I think that's kind of similar to Harry in, like, his exam years.
So, wait, so you're saying that depending on what class you went to, there were different people in?
Yeah, like, for example, I decided to take music.
Mm-hmm.
So then the other people from different houses that decided to take music would be in the class with me.
Oh, I think they do the same thing in Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it kind of ran similarly. Like, in the first couple of years, it was basically half a house and half a house. When the yellow house and the red house were in maths, the blue house and the green house were in English.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the yellow house and the red house were in science, the red house and the blue house were in a social subject like history, geography, modern studies.
Mm-hmm.
So we were kind of like on opposite timetables. So that's why, like, half of the class was from one house and half of the class was from another house, but we never met the other two houses for any classes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to wrap that up for today now. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'm sure there's a lot of things about school that I haven't mentioned yet. If there's anything in particular you're wondering about, do let me know down below, because I'm probably going to make another follow-up video at some point about this, and I'd love to hear what you're curious about. Thank you very, very much to Lily for joining me today. If you want to check out her channel, click on her face right now. It's a very pretty face.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope to see you all back soon. Do comment down below whether your school had boarding schools and private schools and stuff, how your school's compared to Harry Potter, what you'd like to know about my school compared to Harry Potter. Whatever you're fancying, stick it down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Cheerio.
Bye.